Alright, so let's talk about Davijaan. Davijaan was part of a Deathwatch kill team I had made up 2 years ago, just a couple of weeks after my first boy ever, so of course he's gonna look a little bit rough around the edges. Still trying to get used to green stuff, so he's a little bit rough. So I contacted a good friend of mine on another platform and they blessed me with this beautiful depiction of Davijaan. So like I said before, Davijaan was part of a Deathwatch kill team which included Erisire, who would advance through the ranks of the Mocking Raiders and become their chapter master. And keep in mind this Minotaur right here. Another member of the Deathwatch kill team was Aesol Wolf, who was an Angels of Vengeance Space Marine librarian. Another member was Sir, Xer, who was a Minotaur. So being in the same squad as Erisire and Davijaan was a little bit awkward, considering the Mocking Raiders' past with the Minotaurs. Here's a depiction in chibi form of Aesol Wolf, Erisire, who is also known as Alakil, and Isaac. This drawing was done by Dingus McCringus. She goes by, a friend of mine, she goes by that name here on this platform. I think she now goes by Cypher. But yeah, these are adorable. I love these guys. I've kept this drawing this whole time and I love it. Anyways, back to Davijaan. I'm sure you're probably looking at the mask Davijaan wears and no, it is not a Reaver mask or another variant of the Reaver mask. It's actually a mask of an Eldar, specifically of the Dark Reapers. So if you know anything about the Mocking Raiders, you probably know that they mimic and copy and adapt to their enemies. So naturally, in some sort of fight, Davijaan had an encounter with the Dark Reaper and eventually went in the fight, I hope, and took his mask. Another thing to keep in mind about the Mocking Raiders is that they appease with the Machine Spirit. They go through something called the Spirit Link. The Spirit Link gets overseen by a chaplain. They basically appease the Machine Spirit and form a strong bond, a companionship with the Marine. This is done in order to have the Machine Spirit aid the Marine in copying. So if a Marine copies an enemy, the Machine Spirit will help him move exactly where he needs to be at the perfect time. Which is why the Marine, the Mocking Raider, needs to have a strong friendship, bond, kingship with the Machine Spirit of his armor. Naturally, adding a Dark Reaper Eldar mask to his armor didn't exactly make the Machine Spirit of his gear happy. But eventually, through the Spirit Link and rituals, the Machine Spirit of Davijaan's armor would eventually accept the Reaper mask, the Dark Reaper mask, as part of his own armor and become one with it. So naturally, Davijaan is a broken and falls under the 7th Company, under the charge and command of Captain Isaac. That's all.